Welcome to No Stats, where we call it how we see it.
Back again with another one. I got them guns. Hogan.
Little ass arms, bro. What you?
I'm gonna put Mike Boonhoos in a headlock. Like, yo, you wasn't making no calls, man.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy.
Man.
That was wild.
That Bucks and Heat, man. Talk about a out of left field win, but
Another
sort of
prediction bracket by us. That's shit, man.
Yeah, that whole Eastern Conference
What?
fucking gone, bro. But like I said, it caught us from out of left field, but it also reminded us who Jimmy Butler is and what he's about and what that Miami Heat coach is about. Big shout out to them. I think Giannis getting hurt early in the series kind of, set the tone one way.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Miami capitalized on that momentum and they didn't let up. Every haymaker that Milwaukee was throwing, the Heat was just countering and not giving up. And I felt like that just made Milwaukee very complacent, very comfortable when they got leads. And, you could just see it in them long stretches and them runs that, Miami wanted this more. Take me through some of your thoughts on the outlook of this series and some of the things you was able to see.
Bro, my outlook on this series is Jimmy Butler. That's my bro. He was baking them, bro. I think he had like 50. What he had 56 the game before, and then 40. Bro, that's 100 points in 2 games, pretty much. Bro, that's wild. And then I started getting like the last game, Game 5. I'm like, why aren't you doubling him down the stretch? And I just want to say this because we mentioned Drew Holiday a lot on the show. We mention him, we give him his flowers, we give him his props, but he got baked. And Jimmy let him know at every chance he got, you can't guard me.
That was
bro,
so
that's
sad
crazy.
to see, bro. That was sad to see.
Crazy, bro.
I said, I never seen nobody do 6'5" like that,
No.
bro.
Yo. Man, Jimmy Butler. I was talking to Quan, one of our friends, about this, and I was like, Jimmy Butler during a regular season, bro, he barely averages 20. Like, it's crazy, bro. And then he turns it up to another level. He just got that competitive fire and that leadership. Jimmy Butler, after that bubble, even when he was with the Sixers, but that bubble run when he took the Heat to the finals, I think that showed that his intangibles, right, his leadership, we always knew he was Jimmy Buckets, but his leadership and intangibles to be able to lead a group of men in that, bubble away from your family, you taking everything out of regular, I think that's a hard task. Everybody wanted to leave. That lets you know how difficult that was. And for him to have them in the finals and perform the way he did, I thought was tough. But on the flip side of things, for the Milwaukee Bucks, I heard Giannis' interview after the game. Did you hear it when he was asked him, was it a failure? I understood what he said, and I agree halfway. I get what he's saying and what he's trying to say. But at the same time, it is a bit of a failure.
It is.
You're the number 1 seed, best team in the league, and you lost to a play-in team. We only won 1 game in the first round. If you lose in the Eastern Conference Finals, you can say that statement. And if you lose in the finals, you can say that. But you lost to a team that had to go through the play-in. And I know you're hurt, right? But I was under the belief, even after Giannis got hurt, that they could get a game without Giannis.
Mm-hmm. And they did get
and
a
they
game.
They did get a game. They did. But I thought that they were a more complete team. I don't know, man. Hats off to Jimmy. The Bucks had to figure some things out because there's no reason. 4-1, losing in the first round is inexcusable. And 4-1 is just... That's
no
bad.
excuses, bro. And what I took from this game, one, I seen Giannis revert back to that 2019, 2020 version of Giannis. And I'm not saying, he still had 38 and 20, but just, trying to run through walls, not playing under control. He started to round his game out more. And I seen him start shying away from the jump shot, that mid-range, in free throw line N-word that he will pull up. It just, the Heat built that wall that they usually build over these years, and just the free throw percentage, 10 or 21 from the line yesterday.
That's like lost the game.
That's the game right there.
Mm-hmm.
And as the leader of this team, you know it all goes on him. But the biggest culprit in this series was Mike Budenholzer. I don't get how a guy scores 40, 40, 40 damn near every single game in this series, and you don't make one defensive adjustment.
None.
Not one, bro. Get the ball out of Jimmy hand. He's the only one.
Yep.
Bro, you would Gabe Vincent would have had to beat me. Max Strus would have had to beat me. Duncan Robinson would have had to beat me. Taylor Martin, Kyle Lowry. Like, all these guys would have had to go for 20 plus. Jimmy was the only guy on that team that I was not going to lose to. Jimmy was single-handedly
That's what
winning
I'm saying,
these
bro.
fucking
No
games,
double teams,
bro.
anything. That's crazy, bro. That play at the end of regulation, bro, that's going to go down as one of, like, the greatest shots in Miami Heat history. That oop. And he had Brook. I get it, right? Because I thought Miami was going to go for the win, too. You up 3-1. Mm-hmm. If you lose, you're going back to the crib. We on the road. We trying to go for the win and try to silence it and end it here. But they went for 2. Question for you: would you have kept Brook Lopez in that game? Because they went small. Miami went small.
I would have absolutely kept Brook Lopez in that game.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, even if
he guarded the inbounder.
That's it. Even if he's guarding the inbounder, but I would have played some gimmick shit. I would have had my three people man up. The guy that's guarding Jimmy Butler stay glued to Jimmy. If it's any hard switches with shooters, hard switch. I would have had Giannis, instead of pressuring the ball, I would have had him picking shit off. Like
get
the shooter, switch it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And Brook Lopez, you protect the basket. But for Mike Budenholzer to sub him out, you continue to play drop coverage. The Bucks love drop coverage. I get it. But, bro, that's the regular season. In the playoffs, game by game, you have to make adjustments.
And how you don't know where Jimmy is?
Come on, bro. He only been in the fucking scout report the whole damn series, bro. Game. Oh, man. To see this team melt down like that was just crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. And we both had high hopes for this team. And sheesh. Yeah, that was
this Sharpie on the other side of our bracket and shit. And then, bro, did you see the sub at the end of the game? I get it, you need a 3, but just rock with the fucking guys that's out there. Right. You put Grayson Allen and Pat Connaughton in there to put them.
And you don't even get a shot up.
Come on, bro. He's not supposed to be out there. He's not supposed to be in that situation.
Facts.
Grayson Allen didn't play the whole fucking game. If it wasn't no catch and shoot, get the ball out of his hand. Chris Middleton had an opportunity for a shot. Yep. He didn't pull up. You kicking it to these guys, putting these guys in situations that they don't need to be in.
Peach going in. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I had a little PPD last night. I needed Giannis double in the win. These motherfuckers let me down. Leading 102-86 in the beginning of the fourth, man.
Bro. I remember I had the Bucks in that future. And that championship future, and they killed that whole thing. They couldn't even let me get a cash out option, but
they gotta really figure some.
What do you do? Where do you go from here if you're Milwaukee?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm trying to get Lillard. My bad, 6'5". You know what I mean? You did a lot for the organization. But he didn't look too good in this series.
He didn't
on the offensive side of the ball at all.
And
you know we're big Drew guys. Huge Jew guys. He just didn't look like himself. I don't know whether he was, exerting a lot of his energy on the defensive end, trying to guard Jimmy.
Yeah.
But
keyword
he
trying.
Look like himself. He was trying his hardest. I can't believe we're saying that about Drew, bro.
Yeah, bro. But we got to give it to him because we give him his flowers, and when you get baked like that, you know what I mean. Like I can't hold you in his standard. Yeah, I was holding Drew in this lockdown defender standard, you know what I mean? And I understand that, better offense is going to beat better defense any day of the week. But 56 and 40, like the type of, and he was telling you, he pointing at the scoreboard and saying on your head. Nah. Sorry, Drew. You still tough.
On Giannis too.
Yeah, dunked on Giannis. Drew, you still tough, but I gotta just lower my tone a little bit when I'm talking about you for now. That's just how it is.
Back pocket, man.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. But now we got Miami and the Knicks.
Bro. The Knicks. I just want to talk about that series as well, bro. I had Knicks in 7.
You did.
Was you surprised by this?
So I thought the Cavs would win in 7, right? So I knew the Knicks would give them a fight. And when we made our bracket, I said I could see that happening. We rocking with the Knicks. So it's not like I was surprised the Knicks won the series. I was surprised it was 5 games.
Yeah.
You know, and I was surprised that Donovan Mitchell didn't show up like I thought he would, you know, for the Cavs. I think that's why they invested in him, you know, for playoff time. You need a guy that can take over and do what you do. But shout out to the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart. They enjoy playing with each other, and they clicking at the right time. I feel like a lot of these conversations we having, right, about the Knicks, about the Bucks Bulls series, is kind of similar to our conversations that we were talking about March Madness, bro. Just a lot of these teams getting hot at the right time, and these juggernauts getting knocked off because they, you know, and it's a 7-game series, so it's different. But I ain't see that Milwaukee thing.
I ain't either, bro. It's the parody, bro. Like I think we was talking about it too in when we did doing our brackets. Like it's just this year, I feel like it's the first time in a while where you don't know who could really come out the East or West, and it just, you know, Milwaukee looked like that, but we seen, you know, with the lack of adjustments, they couldn't get over the Heat, and then you seen in this Cavaliers and Knicks series that the Knicks just had their number. And what I took from this series, the Cavs are just, they went all in on Donovan, but they don't have nothing else. They need a 3. Isaac Okoro plays phenomenal defense, but he's a dud offensively. C.D. Osman can shoot the 3, a little bit all right off the dribble, but is atrocious defensively. You don't have no 3. Then you start Carlos LeVert at the 3 throughout that series. After game 2, he was starting. And you don't have no bench. You don't have nobody coming in that's providing you anything. Right. The Knicks they have 2 guys at the top of the key with Donovan Mitchell taking away everything. They was balling him up similar to how the Celtics was balling Kevin Durant up last year. My fault, baby.
No, that's cool. Tell her how it is. Tell her how it is.
But that's what I was seeing. And then when you go down to, like, you got Mitchell Robinson, he's getting 14 and 18. Like, he was having his way with Jared Allen. And I'm not, and the reason why I can't put it on Jared Allen, because Jared Allen plays his role. But when you got, and I said this before, when you got bigs like Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, they got to balance each other out. You can't be the same prototypes. Like, Evan Mobley ain't shooting no 3s. No. He ain't shooting no fucking mid-ranges and shit. It's
not 2001.
Yeah, you got to elevate. You got to be able to hit that Chris Bosh and Kevin Garnett, that mid-range. You have to be a Kevin Garnett was out there with Kendrick Perkins. Right. You got to do something offensively. Yeah. And that's where I feel as though that's what kind of, you got 2 small guards in the backcourt. We already know how that works out with the John Walls, the Bradley Beal, the Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum's. Like, they gotta really do some major adjusting, and they don't even have no room for it. They don't got no picks, barely any cap. Like,
they don't. Yeah, bro, it's bad in Cleveland. They gotta figure some things out. I think they have talent. Right, and I think Donovan Mitchell, like I said, he needed to step up. I get the others need to step up too. You're absolutely right, but they didn't have that playoff experience like Donovan Mitchell had. Like, they had a lot of young guys, and this was all new to them. But on the flip side, I mean, it was the Knicks was in it last year and the year before. So the Knicks, you know, a few of the guys been there. So I think that affected it as well. But I have a question about the Eastern Conference, right? If the Hawks, now this is recorded before Game 6 of the Celtics-Hawks, but if the Hawks win this game at home somehow and force Game 7 and the Sixers get more rest, I can see the Sixers going to the championship, bro.
Yo, bro, you took hot take. It ain't even, that shit ain't even hot. I'm holding that shit like this, bro. Hands burning and shit. Bro, I believe it. I was talking with my mans today at work, bro. I was like, this might be the year for the Sixers, bro. Like, this might be. I know you still gotta slug it out with Boston, but like you said, bro, if the Hawks, because the Hawks ain't gonna just go down just give them this game, and they got a lot of conference leading into this Game 6. Even though I could see Boston ending it tonight.
Yeah.
But a healthy Sixers squad rested up, bro, is gonna get very interesting, bro.
Yeah.